Hi guys, it's Jamie, and today I'm going to show you how to get this look that I've done on my face. I'm not going to show you how I did my eyes. I'm just going to start this off with showing you guys how I do my face makeup. I am going to start doing tutorials. This is my first one, so I wanted to show you guys what my face looks like with no makeup on, so I could start off honest and just real and everything, and then I can have something to like refer to once I start doing eye makeup to show you guys how I do that. So like I said, this is my first tutorial, so we'll see how lighting and angles and things are. So I hope you guys find this helpful and enjoy it, so let's get started. Okay guys, so here is my face without any makeup on. I do have like some redness around my nose, a little on my cheeks. I do have some under eye circles, and I don't really have any breakouts right now or anything. Maybe a little bit of acne scarring on my chin right there. The first thing I'm going to do is use some concealer, and this is the MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NC20. It looks like this, and I'm going to use this to correct those areas I talked about earlier, like my chin, around my nose. And I'm just going to take my finger because I find this product blends easiest when it's heated up, and there's nothing better to kind of heat up a product more than your own body heat. So I'm just going to take some of that on my finger and just dab it over any of the parts that I need to conceal, just like that. Okay, so now that I've concealed my face, I'm going to go ahead and use a foundation and powder in one. I kind of like to use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. Right now in the winter I'm using light medium. In the summer I tend to use medium. But this is kind of mineralized powder, and it can work as a foundation and a powder in one. So I'm just going to take this and swirl my MAC 182 brush in it, tap off the excess, so I have about that much on my brush, and then I'm just going to swirl this onto my face. And then I just make sure that I blend it down into my neck and chin and jawline. So that is it for foundation and powder. Now I'm going to go ahead and conceal my under eye circles, which you can see are pretty bad. And I also have pretty dry skin. For that I use the MAC Select Moisture Cover in NW20. It looks like this. It's got this little sponge tip applicator, which doesn't bother me. I just take the sponge tip and dot it underneath my eyes where I want to conceal. And then I'm going to take my ring finger and blend that in. Trying not to mess up my already done eye makeup. And I blend this in just by kind of patting it, because you never really want to be pulling too much on your face. So now that I put all my under eye concealer on to kind of set that, I'm going to be using the Benefit Powder Flash. It's just a light pink pearly kind of powder. For that I just use my MAC 224 brush, which looks like this. I get about that much product on, and then I take it and to kind of like blend in these rough edges, I take it and kind of swirl, starting from the outermost part and working my way in. So now that I'm all blended in, I'm looking to make sure that my face kind of matches my neck, and it looks pretty good. I'm pretty pale. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I've been doing my blush lately. And I say lately because I have been kind of just doing a contour as a blush. I saw it in a magazine, I think it was Glamour, that's kind of what they're doing now. I thought it looked really pretty, so that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been using more of a neutral kind of color, and this is Margin by MAC. And it's just like a really kind of neutral color. It does have shimmer in it. I've had this for a really long time, but it works as a kind of like a contour and a blush. And then for like kind of a cream base, which I've been doing lately, I'm just going to be using this Peony Cream Base by Stila, which looks like this. So you can see that they kind of match each other there. To apply this, I'm just going to take my MAC 188 brush, and I'm just going to stipple it into the pan just like this until I have about that much product, and then I'm going to dab a little excess off onto my hand, so if I need to pick up any more I can just pick it up from there. So now what you're going to want to do is color in or tap this onto the hollows of your cheeks, and you can find those just by sucking in. So then you kind of have that rough line there, which is fine. You're going to blend this in. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. So now I'm going to take my MAC 186 brush. This is just a little special edition one. And I'm going to dab this into my margin. And then I'm going to take it over this, blending it in. And I'm kind of blending it up. Pulling it just a little bit onto the apples of my cheeks, just to the lower part. So now just to blend it in, I'm going to take my kabuki brush I used for my foundation. There's a little product left over and you can just go over the hard edges with it. So now just for a little natural highlight in certain places, I'm going to be using my matte cream color base in Shell, which looks like this. It's a pretty neutral kind of frosty pink tone. It's actually pretty light. And I'm just going to take my middle two fingers, get a tiny little bit of this on them, and then I'm just going to take it and lightly pat it onto the tops of my cheekbones. And you can just kind of feel for where those are on your own face. And then I'm also going to take just a little bit and do the center of my nose. So that's it for highlighting, and now I'm just going to show you guys how I do my eyebrows, and for that I use the Instant Brow Pencil in light to medium. I've talked about this a lot in some of my videos, and I have it sharpened about that much, and I'm just going to take it and comb all of my eyebrow hairs and going into the same direction, because I have pretty long eyebrow hair, so mine really don't stick up and do that straight pointy thing. Make sure my tail comes down to a nice little point. And then, since I don't really have a very defined arch, I'm going to use this spoolie to kind of fake an arch. And to do that, I'm going to just brush everything over to the side so it looks nice. And then the last thing I'm going to do is right at my arch, I'm just going to pull those hairs up. Okay, so then you can kind of see that is how my eyebrows are done. The last thing I do to set everything is take my 187 brush and my MAC Fix Plus, and I spray this on here like that, and then I just dab this all over my face because I use a powder, and if you don't kind of set it with a little tiny bit of moisture, it's all just going to get knocked off. So I just set it like this. So there is the look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to y'all very soon.